Hey guys, Rakdos here with a card a day in the life of an EDH commander. So I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 days of Rakdos, as in Rakdos the Demon, not Rakdos the Guild. So I'm going to start with Rakdos, Lord of Riots. So Return to Ravnica, he was not on my top 10 list because I don't think he's a top 10 EDH card, but he's pretty interesting, so let's check him out. Probably know what he does already. He's 2 black and 2 red for a 6/6 flying trample. You can't cast him unless an opponent lost life this turn. Creature spells you cast cost 1 colorless less for each 1 life your opponent lost this turn. So basically, the way I view him is he is good if you want an aggro style deck. Not necessarily Voltron, although you could Voltron him if you want to build a deck around him. But in terms of using him as a catalyst for having lots of beatdown, having expensive powerhouse creatures, there's tons of them in black and red, or colorless, and using him as the way to make everything very cheap. So in those style decks, the ones he would largely run in as a general, a deck you build around him, either you could do Voltron, which is about getting him out quickly and ramping him up, boosting him up, and killing your opponents, sure. More likely you'll use him as the general, where he comes out as quickly as you can, although your initial turns you build utility that can get him out, meaning cards that do damage to your opponents, whether they do 1 damage to the opponent or they lose life on demand. You can do that to basically get him out quickly, and then you just use those utility things you've built up to do lots of damage to your opponents to make your expensive things cost less, and then continue. And that's pretty much how I see him as a general. As a regular card in a deck, he's a little more iffy, I would think, because he's really not built around things. I guess in a deck that's a lot of aggro burn or aggro life loss damage sort of thing, maybe. He might see play, for example, in some Kaalia decks, where if you're struggling with Kaalia, then you can use him, because you don't really cast him with Kaalia, so in theory you could do that, but he's not even that great in terms of what he does there. Kaalia, you land Kaalia and you use her to do stuff for you. You don't put all your mana into playing the creatures then after, etc. So he's okay in a deck, in certain decks that are where he's just part of it. He's probably really good as a general, although I haven't seen many decks with him, but I'm sure he would be very good if you build around him. So he's an interesting card, and I'll get to Rakdos the Defiler, who's also a limited but interesting EDH card, tomorrow. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please check out my channel sponsors below, and as always, Rakdos90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.